What's up, ladies and gentlemen? For those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name of Muzzy McGee. I'm sorry for being extremely late tonight. I was supposed to start earlier this morning. I have been dealing with bouts of vertigo. So I don't know how long this is going to take tonight or how long this is going to last this evening. I'm going to try to get through some of this. I'm feeling too queasy, so I'm sorry for those of you who were planning on working with me the entire evening. I'm going to cut this one obviously short because of the whole vertigo situation. In any case, I've come up with a schedule as to what's going to happen for this month and what we're going to put on for this month. And it's going to be what we're going to learn, what I'm going to learn, and those of you who want to learn with me are going to do that. We're going to do all the major scales this month, and then all the modes next month of the major scale. Then the following month, we're going to do, well, broken up in a 4-week period. So just assume that that's what I mean when I say a month. I'm talking about 4-week period. So we're going to do first 12 major scales, then all the modes, because all the modes rely on understanding the major scale, because they're exactly the same except for just determining where the root note is. Again, that's music theory, so we'll get into that later. And in month 2, so all the modes will be done. All the modes from the 7 major 12-tone scales will be done in month 2. Then month 3 will be the pentatonics, because the pentatonics are really important. So we'll do the 5-tone scales for the major 5-tone scale, major pentatonic for the month of third month. And then afterwards, all the modes of those major pentatonic scales in month 4. As of right now, for the chords that we're going to do all the majors, all the minors, all the diminished, and all the augmented chords. Those are all I have planned because I think that once we get those, we'll have a strong base for playing. We're going to figure out where to put in some of the sevenths. I think depending on how far we get in month, we'll see what happens at the end of June. If we get through all the major scales in the major and minor scales, that'll put us ahead for the month of July. In July, we'll just do all the diminished and all the augmented chords. And then hopefully for the month of August, we'll be able to get into major 7th and minor 7th chords, because those are really important when you're trying to find different tones or different like moods. They really help accentuate different characteristics of different scale or different key signatures that you're trying to use when you're incorporating them into any given chord progression. All right, so today we're going to get started. We're going to do just the one warm-up because I'm not top today. I'm just not here. I'm hanging on by a thread, but I promised myself, I said, you know what? We're going to really try to persevere and make it through to try to at least get the stream done. So we're going to do this at 90 beats per minute. We're going to do the warm-up, the same warm-up we did yesterday. And then today we're going to do the F major scale. Instead of doing, normally we do F, G flat, and then G major scale. Yeah. And then, but unfortunately, we're just going to do the F scale today so that we have enough time to do the improv. Like I said, the most important thing, I do these warm-ups just to show you what I do personally. The important thing about these sessions are me just doing improv, but showing you the scales and how that they relate to improvisational skills, how they translate directly from understanding each individual position to sliding through those different positions, to developing melodies in those different positions and working your way in and out the chords. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing it for the idea behind it is to get good at improv. Because improv requires that you use your mind and your skill set off the cuff, immediately on the fly, using everything that you know and then trying to create something in real time. And I think it's a really important skill. If not, it's arguably one of the most important skills as a musician, certainly as a guitar player, and certainly as a musician. And it helps with writer's block, because the one thing that you don't want to do is, like, some people who are writing music get stuck, whatever, and then they can't get out of that funk. I think improv helps people get out of that funk because it just, you're not thinking too much about what you're trying to do. You're just flowing. You're just letting it go. And sometimes you create your best stuff when you let it flow. In any case, we're going to get started today at 90 beats per minute. The chromatic, everything will be chromatic, but it'll be the chromatic alternate picking scale from 1st to 16th fret, chromatic spider picking from the 1st to the 14th fret, followed by tapping with the left-handed taps or right-handed, depending on which way you play the guitar, but fretboard tapping from the 1st to the 16th fret. Okay, we're gonna get started with this at 90 beats per minute, and then move right along to the F major scale, followed by doing again the exact same A major 55 beats per minute chord progression that we've been doing the last couple of days. Okay, so let's get into this real quickly today. And again, I'm sorry for the lateness. I'm sorry that I am a bit under the weather, but we're going to get after it, okay? Now we're going to get into the chromatic spider alternate picking from the 1st to the 16th fret at 90 beats per minute. All right, now we're going to do the tapping from the 1st to the 16th fret, left-handed taps. Ready? 90 beats per minute. right, and now at 90 beats per minute, we are going to move right into the F major scale, which we have not done before. And I apologize for not being able to post things today as I was supposed to, but I am not feeling well, so you'll have to excuse me on that. It will be up, I promise you, this week. Everything, at least in the for all the positions of the F major scale, will be put up. The other ones, I'm going to show you how to derive them from the ones that I'm putting out, because I have to figure out how I'm going to show you some of the scale stuff that I work on without stepping on anybody's toes. I don't know how else to put it otherwise, and because I don't want to say the word isn't infringement, because that's not exactly the right word, because I own it, but at the same time I don't want anybody to be I don't want to do anything that's going to step on anybody's toes here and there. But I'm going to put up the original, the F major positions, and show you how to derive from the F major position all the other major scales. And then from those major scales, I will show you how to derive all the modalities from it. And then once I get authorization from certain parties, then I will continue to put up the other ones based on that. So we're going to get right here into the F major scale at 90 beats per minute. Okay. Second position. Again, we're going to do these about 10 times. About 10 times each. Sometimes I lose count in my head, so keep me accountable, hold me accountable for the slacking if I'm slacking on it, if I'm doing fewer, and also hold me accountable if I'm doing too much. All right. The idea being is to create the muscle memory and to develop the dexterity within your fingers to do this at the same tempo every time without making too many errors, or 0 errors is really the goal. So second position, 90 beats per minute, F major scale. Third position, F major scale at 90 beats per minute. F major scale, fourth position at 90 beats per minute. All right, so that was fourth position. Now we're going to do fifth position, F major at 90 beats per minute. F major, sixth position at 90 beats per minute. F major, seventh position, 90 beats per minute. And finally, the eighth position for the scale. It is identical to the first position, but played above the 12th fret. Okay. All right, we're going to move directly into the improv section for this evening. And again, I am so sorry. Like, this has not been a really good couple of days. I'm just trying to, get into the rhythm of doing these things and getting into the habit of streaming every night at a certain time. As I said, we're supposed to move to the morning. But today, I've been dealing with bouts of vertigo. We are going to get this. We're going to get this at some point. So hopefully, hopefully we'll try again tomorrow, and then we will try to keep these as consistent as possible. Everyone deals with sickness. You know, we're going to try to make sure that these are consistent. Like I said, even though I'm not feeling great, I want to get better, and the only way to get better is to continue to practice, and practice including you can't take days off. Even when you're sick and you're not feeling good, you got to make sure that you get it in as much as possible. Try to get the most out of every day as far as playing as possible if you want to get better. So we're going to go right to the A major, which we've done in the previous video. So we're going to do the exact same A major backing track riffs that we've been doing the last couple of days. I'll play through this twice, and we're going to call it an evening. Off camera, I might go out of my way to try and I turn the volume off. I'm going to try to keep working. As of right now, I am struggling with this vertigo stuff. So anyway, let's get after it, guys. Okay. Let's try to run through that one more time. I'm trying to do this a little better because I am just really in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely sorry for the pause again for this evening, to have cut this short by at least 45 minutes. I am a little under the weather again, so I hope that you will judge me on my uh, time that I am being able to be here. And I hope that it was good for you and that you enjoyed what I was doing, and that if you were at home playing along, that you are understanding some of the concepts and starting to learn some of the shapes with me. I still need to work on a bunch more licks, as I have a couple in the bag that I'm pretty decent at. That involve pitch bends or note bends and things of that nature. But got to improve. So I'm going to try to put up a lick a week. For those of you who don't know what a lick is like a guitar riff that's done very quickly. That's like maybe 4 bars or 3 bars that you hear a lot in music, or that you hear a lot, especially in improv music, because it sounds cool. But yeah, a lick is basically a small portion of more or less a solo or a melody, an interesting melody. I guess it could be. I guess more or less a lick is just basically a small part, but like a small a portion of a song. Mostly when people refer to licks, it often has to do with solos, even though that is not entirely the case for all licks. Yeah, we're going to try to do one a week to incorporate those into what we're doing. More to come on those. More to come with respect to those in the next couple of weeks. So for tonight, hopefully that'll do it for us tonight. Hanging on by a thread, ladies and gentlemen, but this is day, I think, 26 consecutively that I've been able to post. So I'm going to keep it moving and keep going. So for those of you who were able to watch and follow along, thank you. And again, we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be feeling a lot better tomorrow, and then we will be able to really knock this one out. A good hour and a half practice together. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Have a solid Monday evening.